Ooh, top 3 war movies. It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. From MovieBlab to you. We got some great people here to join us. We got Conrad, Gonzales, and we got Will Fordyce. Oh my God, they're so hard to book. And here they are together again. I love these two together. They're such a fun group, and we're going to have a great time, guys. So get ready. You know, you might not be having a big Memorial Day barbecue. Hopefully you're not. And but that's okay. We can hang out right here, guys, on MovieBlab. So gather around, for I have news. It's the comments section. I'll see you there in the comments. And it's time for the show.
Hey everybody, I'm Edison, and you're tuned in
to MovieBlab.
The clock has started. The clock has started.
Action! What's going on, everybody? It's time for another episode of MovieBlab. That's right, it's Memorial Day, and we're gonna have a great time celebrating America with our favorite war movies. Tune in, it's gonna be a good one.
Welcome to this podcast. Spread the word.
Yes. Spread the word. Hello, everybody. It's a Monday. How's it going out there on the internet? We got Will Fordyce. Will, how are you?
I'm doing terrific.
Terrific. What's your favorite thing about America?
Ooh, man,
Our troops.
freedom and like enjoyment of society.
Oh, love that. Got to hold that stuff dear, don't we, guys? You know, just because we hate the president doesn't mean we can't be patriotic and support our troops, right?
That's true. To some degree.
Yes. Let's get... Oh, no. Conrad, Gonzales, can you save us? That was great, by the way. Will, I know you joke around. Conrad, what's up?
Hey,
how are you,
doing?
bud?
How we doing?
I'm doing well. It is great to see you in the screen yet again. I love how you lean in. You're the leaner. And you give us a great... No, I like it. Great shot. Like you're looking into our world as we look into yours.
Yes.
And I thank you again for being here. Wow. Thank you so much.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Guys, for those of you who don't know, just a little news about the show. We do have a phone number now. Ring-a-ding-ding. You can give us a call at 908-679-9940 and tell us about your favorite war movies. That is right, guys. We are gathered here today to celebrate America in whatever way we can and whatever way we're feeling. Because it is Memorial Day and many people have lost their lives serving our country. At the same time, audiences love a good war story. Makes us think about humanity and makes us think about what's going on. Nothing's perfect, especially when it comes to war. I hate all forms of it. And it should never happen, but it does. And someone has to protect us, and that's our Army and our Navy and our forces everywhere. And that's what Memorial Day is about, is celebrating them, especially in the past. We're talking about World War I, World War II. We're talking about, the Revolutionary War, whatever it takes to give you that sense of patriotism that might be lost on you in these troubling times. We're having fun over here on the Blab, guys. Woo! You slept weird on my back, but it's okay. Sponsored by Starbucks. Okay. Oh no, you both have Starbucks. Oh my God, this is.
Hey, it's Liquid Liberty. Let's go.
Oh my. I hope you drove through. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Hey, first of all, I do want to say, like, there's a lot to appreciate about America, and I know that even to some degree, I'm not fully aware of how lucky I am sometimes to be able. Like today, I was able to go to a restaurant and purchase a hamburger with, just no trouble, no problem. I want this, and they gave it to me. So I know that sometimes I take that for granted. And I can go to a grocery store and just get, anything I want. So I know some people in other places aren't as lucky, so I appreciate it very much.
Oh, that's super sweet of you to say. Wow. That's probably the most beautiful thing you've ever said. Wow.
It's the last beautiful thing I'll probably ever say.
Oh, don't give up on that. You can top it.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's hope
We
here's
need
to
more.
A sequel, Will. Here's to a sequel.
Yeah, we need
I
more of your
also
poetry.
appreciate sunrises
Keep
and
going.
long walks on the beach
Uh-huh.
on a moonlit evening,
Uh-huh.
but a waxing moon only, and dolphins jumping through the air.
Wow. Man. Flipper. They actually use dolphins. Remember when they're trying to use dolphins to do like covert little missions of like
Oh,
spies
yeah.
or something? Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. They train dolphins to go find sea mines and go find the U-subs, right? The U-boats.
Exactly. Yeah. It'd be kind of cool if they could use the killer whales to just, do some cool stuff. But
I mean, with technology
Not
now,
as smart as a dolphin.
well, that's what I'm saying is like they're doing experiments with, and this might get off on a tangent, but with like robotics and neurotransmitters, and they're able to like stick some probes in like rats and cockroaches and kind of like maneuver them in a certain way by stimulating certain electrical signals in their brain. So I would imagine whales would be easier because they're so big.
Will, I think you're coming up with a script for the next covert kind of like war movie.
Yeah,
Well,
I hope the actual U.S. military is listening to this.
They are because they're watching me. So.
Will, I think you need to write the next thing to SEAL Team 6, but with actual SEALs.
That is a great idea. I had a concept for one called Finished, about dolphins that go AWOL from kind of the position they're in, and they realize they're smarter than humans, and it's kind of like, it's not funny. This is real. It's a mix between what is it, the movie with LL Cool J and the shark, Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Yeah. It's sort of like the fish become the dolphins become self-aware.
It's true.
Wow.
I love it. I know it's a good sound effect if it makes my guests want to take their headphones out. Just like, if I see them reaching to pull them out, I know it's a good one. Anyway, if you guys want to tell us your favorite dolphin movie, that's right. You can call into the show at the hotline right here. We're now accepting callers, 908-679-9940. What's your favorite dolphin movie? And do you think Will's idea for using other types of animals and dolphins for more military type things is a good idea or a bad idea? Let us know. We really want to know.
Does PETA watch this by any chance? Because I don't think they'd be happy with it.
Well, that's, it's all a conversation here on the internet.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'd
it's
like
okay.
to know.
I hope we haven't offended any people.
It's all in jest.
Please don't.
All fun.
Please don't dump blood on me. No, but it's serious shit. Anyway, guys, war movies. What? Tell me, just an opening conversation. We're gonna get to our top 3, but kind of what makes a great war movie to you in general? Like, what do you like about war movies? Because I like, for example, I like the training aspects, very dramatic. I almost find actual war movies, like during war, to just be so intense and scary. More like I'll watch a crazy horror film, but a war film will scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, because it's within the realm of like, this could happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm trying to figure out the difference between a Full Metal Jacket and a Letters from Iwo Jima. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you like to see? A good,
Well, I mean, it's complicated because it's so multi-layered, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes war is necessary. Conflict's always been part of the human condition, but for me, it's a blend of, I guess, action, if you will, but also that it works on a personal scale.
Without
and there has
exploiting
to be,
it too, right? I mean, that's another thing. It has to be honest about its portrayal. You don't, like, it has to have something to say. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like exploitative of tragedy, right? Or of true, I don't
sure.
know. That's something that
I mean,
matters to me.
it look, Andrew, it's almost like you're to your point. It's almost like, is it even ethical? I mean, here we go. Honestly,
Right,
it's an honest question.
Here we go.
Is it even ethical to make a movie for profit about war? I mean, that's
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it is if you're making people aware of things, whether from a satirical edge, and we're going to talk about some funny war movies, or from the perspective of telling a true story and shedding light on things that have happened in the past. I love Zero Dark 30. It's not on my list, but I don't think it's on any of our lists, but that's okay. It's a really good one, and I think that there's a place for every story as long as it's being handled with some level of nuance. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And war movies are tricky like that, and I think a good war movie, what we're getting at is a great war movie kind of can toe that line between entertaining and action-packed, but also thought-provoking and important,
Exactly.
Anyway, those are my thoughts, guys. War movies. Remembering our fallen soldiers. People love to celebrate on Memorial Day, but if you really get down to what it's about, it's actually quite sad.
It is.
But that's okay. And war movies are quite sad most of the time. But I think it's time to get into this list, right? We're going to do our top two to start. Sorry, our top third and second choices. Will, are you willing to participate in the ranking this time? Last time, Will was on the show.
According to what the lawyers the cease and desist letters that you
from
sent me
lawyers?
From your people,
yeah.
I will participate in the ranking system.
Wow.
Thank you, Will.
MovieBlab thanks you. Wow.
Thank you for being a team player.
I don't know if thanks is the right word, but I'll acquiesce.
Boy, that's a polysyllabic SAT word. So
I don't know what it means, but
exactly.
What does anything mean?
What
does war mean?
What are words for? Yeah, war. What is it really good for?
What does it really mean? None of us have served in the army, but as you can see, we all have great respect for those who have, especially because we don't. That should only make people more respectful.
Right.
Only people, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I don't. To be honest, I don't think I have what it takes to be able to do what those people do.
I couldn't agree more.
Putting myself out there.
Right.
Couldn't agree more with that statement. Will.
Well, Will. Look, it takes all kinds, Will. It takes all kinds, right?
Roasted.
Those that defend.
I'll take it. Hey.
Those that help build the nation,
Yeah. I will get back to it. I'm sorry. The sound effects elf went too far. Stop it! Stop it! That's how I get him to shape up and play the right sounds. I forgot to pull crickets.
That would have been epic. If we can we fix that in post? Can we do that?
Yeah, it's live, so no, but yeah. All right, let's get to it, guys. That's right. We're counting our top 10 top 3 war movies. Happy Memorial Day. As you can see, we've got Forrest Gump here. We've got the sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, and of course Josh Brolin as the one and only George W. Bush. Thank God, only one. And then you've also got Will Fordyce and Conrad Gonzales, my guest. I'm Andrew Edison. Let's get to this. You're watching MovieBlab, guys. We're going to start with Conrad Gonzales.
Yes.
His number 3 pick.
Right,
what do you got for
3.
us? I'll be doing a little research while we talk on the MovieBlab laptop.
Okay, well then put this into your search bar.
How about a little hype first? I'm sorry. Go for it.
Here we go. Here it is. Nick Cage. Need I say more? Nick Cage, okay, you've seen him in National Treasure. Here's the chance to see him in, I guess I would call this native National Treasure.
Ooh.
He's got to protect a Navajo soldier who is a code talker in the movie Wind Talkers. And
Wind Talkers is the movie, guys, starring the great Nick Cage. Let's hear more about Wind Talkers. Conrad,
well, here you go.
Why'd you choose this movie as your number 3?
It's directed by John Woo. It's got lots of gamer gore for you for all the gamers. In fact, they had to trim it back because it was going to get an NC-17. It's got Nick Cage, it's got Christian Slater, it's got Mark Ruffalo.
Oh man, I love all of these people.
And while there's great action sequence, it's not the best movie. But what I like about it is that it's just it's based on the actual historical fact that they use young men from the Navajo Nation to send coded messages, because the Navajo language is a tonal language, and it has no alphabet. So all the Hitlers and the Japanese and all that, they couldn't figure out the code. And they basically helped us win World War II because they couldn't crack the code. The Japanese had cracked every other code, even other Native American languages except the Navajo. But you want you to see Nick Cage be as Nick Cagey in a war context. And I don't want to give much away, but it's like, is he truly there to help and save the life of this Navajo soldier, or to protect the code itself?
Yes.
And then it kind of goes from there.
I mean, is there a more complex issue than war, Conrad?
Well, yes, Andrew, I'm glad you asked. Like any decent war movie, it's not just about survival. Yeah. It's about connection. It's about
brotherhood.
It deals, and also with the contradiction, right? Because you have, back then you had African American men serving when there was segregation, when Native Americans were second-class citizens. In a lot of ways, they still are. Mm-hmm. So it's like it acknowledges them stepping up to the plate and literally putting their lives on the line to help a country who, quite honestly,
treats them like shit.
Kicked them off the good land,
yes,
and put them like in freaking Oklahoma. No offense to Oklahoma.
And barely even made amendments. I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean,
if nothing else, this movie. I mean, think about this huge paradox. We depended greatly on the patriotism of Native people whom we totally bamboozled and stole land from and set up, and it's like, dang, if it weren't for the generosity of the Navajo people, World War II honestly might have turned out a little differently. Yeah. And so when you throw that and you put Nick Cage, now we'll say this, there's plenty of battle and gore and all that, and it's John Woo, so it's highly stylized. You expect, honestly, you might expect doves to come out flying in slow motion from certain battle sequences, in that way, but
it's a little on the nose. Yeah.
Right. And and then those of you who love Christian Slater or hate Christian Slater,
you're someone who's torn. People don't always know exactly how they feel about him. Seems like.
Right. Now, is it the best war movie? Not necessarily. Do you want to see it for Nick Cage? Yes. You want to see it for the historical accuracy for the most part, right? And the ability of a movie to deal with the paradox of clashing cultures and complicated histories coming together and unifying for one singular mission, and that is, as we see it, right, to save democracy and freedom from evildoers, right?
Yeah.
So, here's what I would say about it. Not only were they wind talkers, but they were freedom walkers. In other words, these guys walked the walk with their Navajo talk in real world war situations. So there you go.
Wow, I think that's a great recommendation. I haven't seen this. Have you seen it, Will?
I haven't seen this one, no.
Well, I'm definitely going to check it out because I can't stop watching Nick Cage movies since we did our Nick Cage movie lawyer episode.
You get this thing, you get so much bang for your buck if any Nick Cage fan and all that, you'll get your money's worth.
Again, guys, that movie is Wind Talker. Talkers.
Mm-hmm.
And starring Nick Cage. Conrad, that sounds like a great recommendation. Let's get to Will's number 3. What do you say, guys? First, Will, anything you want to say about Nick Cage?
Nick Cage is personally a man I look up to. Nick Cage is somebody that every day I aspire to be more like.
Right.
Because Nick Cage to me is America.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. And Andrew, I agree.
Yeah. Do you
I
want to
agree.
say anything?
I the only thing I could add is yes, he is America because he has so many looks. His hairline alone has so many looks, and it's right. So here's what it is. If Marvel has Captain America, dare I say, Nicolas Cage is campy America, and it works ironically and unironically. So here's to Nick Cage.
You're trying to stop me out because of this lazy little man you need around. Well, vive la fucking France, man!
And hey, Will, Andrew, I propose Nicolas Cage could only happen in America.
That's
No other country.
Only in America.
Only America.
Dreaming in red, white, and blue. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm starting to feel a little bit more patriotic despite everything right now.
Yeah.
You know? And I think it's Nick Cage. And I think it's Conrad selling this movie to me. Oh, my God. This looks so badass. Okay, let's get to the pick for Will. Will, we really want to know what you're going to pick. But first, you're going to need to give us a little bit of hype for your number 3 choice. Will, go for it, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this movie has, dare I say, everything an American movie needs in it. Not only is it directed by Robert Zemeckis, but it has an all-American actor, Tom Hanks, who maybe I might even say is the opposite of Nick Cage in a good way. He takes all the elements. If Nick Cage is the left chaotic brain, this man is the lawful brain. So my top pick for movie number 3 is Forrest Gump.
You love Forrest Gump. And it is a great war movie, and it has so much to say about it in a way that, like we were saying, doesn't exploit it, but adds a lot. It shows the kind of the heart behind love and war, love and hate, right?
This movie, I mean, it kind of takes. It's a beautiful movie because it starts out. You see this man grow up from a child and kind of see what his life is like, and he grows up and goes through like all of the turmoil for being slightly different than other people. And it also kind of gets into the realm of war, and it touches on a lot of American historical moments that, I think helps represent kind of some of the things that we've been through as a nation.
Yeah. Wow. You're right. It has gotten even more relevant. I should totally rewatch it. It just feels like so basic, but I love this movie. And so I need to get over it and just rewatch it. It's so good.
It's just a kind-hearted man that like you're seeing life through his eyes, and he's just trying to be the best that he can be as a person. And whatever his endeavor is, he's just trying to excel and beat himself every day.
Yeah, right. and that's sort of the true American spirit that we hope will stay and continue to, to rise.
Will, I haven't considered Forrest Gump, and honestly, in many years, but now that you mention it and talk about it like this, I realize it's probably, how can I say this, the most cinematic cross-sectional portrayal of Americana and American history of all films in that way. It's more than just a war film.
It's the Norman Rockwell of movies.
Right. But also showing like some the underside, right? The other side of the painting, if you will.
Yeah.
And the Forrest Gump, for me, what Forrest Gump represents is, yeah, you know what? Regardless of one's nature, so to speak, there's a lot to say for nurture and grit and tenacity. And in that way, you know, look, to me, it's probably like one of the greatest American fables, right? Of what it means to be an American, especially in the face of all the trials and tribulations that he faces on personal levels and on cultural levels, on societal levels, on political levels. So, yeah.
Well, and also it's taking a small town Georgia boy, and he, you know, it's the American dream. He's came from nothing in the small town of nowhere, and he grew up to be, you know, I know it's a fable, but like he grew up and became a very successful, you know, business person through, if nothing, like you were saying, tenacity and a whole bunch of luck. Just being in the right place at the right time, and just with care and an open, full heart, you know, going with love and caring for his other fellow human being, he was able to thrive and find a good place in life towards the end.
Right, and he was open. He was open to it all, and he showed up. Right, he showed up.
The probably the character with the greatest heart of gold that I can think of.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right? I mean, who has a bigger heart of gold than Forrest Gump in a movie? I don't know.
Well, and then Tom freaking Hanks. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, all his roles. He just I mean, it's the perfect. Sometimes just the perfect pairing of collaborators and script and everything happen. And Forrest Gump is that to me. It's really I mean, in the breaking CGI that it used too. I mean, it was very groundbreaking at the time with taking the guy's leg away and putting him in all this footage and stuff, making it really.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. And, that stands up.
They developed that software that now, because they did that frame by frame and put him into that stuff, and now they have programs because of that to where they can just auto put, you know, that it helped be groundbreaking in that degree.
I know. I love that when he's is he shaking, whose hand does he shake? Which president's?
Oh God.
John
Everyone
Kennedy.
from Johnson to Kennedy.
Yeah. Is Nixon in there at all? No, he's
not.
No.
Remember, but I know he was in he's playing ping pong at one point too. I mean, the guy was like, you know, it's almost like, what's the word? I mean, his life is larger than life, right?
Well, it's fantastical for sure.
Yes.
It's all the result of his approach.
Right.
Forrest Gump. What a great choice, dude. That's your number 3. I think it's a perfect pick. Anything else we want to say about Forrest before we get to our next picky?
Haley Joel Osment, that was one of his first roles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm trying to bring out my pick here. Oh, right. Okay. So my number 3 pick is going to be. I'm gonna hype it here. Let's hype this shit. Here we go.
Hype it up.
Sorry, guys. A little delay, and I'm going for it. All right, so my number 3 pick is a film with edge, a film with style, a different look at war than I've seen. It's about a recent war in our lifetime war, and it's directed by a fantastic female director who has been who makes really badass action movies, and the movie is The Hurt Locker. I love The Hurt Locker, guys. Have you seen this?
Yes.
Will?
First one.
No, not yet.
Oh God, It is so intense. It's directed by Catherine Bigelow. It stars, I believe Chris Pratt is in it. I'm gonna look it up on the.
No. It was the guy who is the Archer in Marvel. It was his breakout role. Actually.
Oh, right.
I forget his name.
I feel embarrassed that I don't know this, but that's what we got the MovieBlab laptop for.
Jeremy, whatever his name is.
Jeremy Renner. That's right.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner.
And he's really good in it.
Yep.
But the way that they shoot it, very digital style, handheld, with really long lenses, makes you feel like you are there trying to It's about people deactivating bombs in Afghanistan and Iraq, I think, or maybe it's just Afghanistan. I'm not sure. But it feels like it's in real time. It's honestly, I think the performances, I hate the ending, but I think that the performances are so gripping and so all in that they just sell the fact that there's a bomb there. Like, it is just the most anxious, thrilling. The idea of going in and trying to deactivate bombs in a war zone, to me, is like, going to war itself is crazy enough. Deactivating bombs, and the kinds of people who are down to do that, and how she depicts it's a mix of people who are in their right minds and out of their minds
at the same time. Exactly.
Yes, exactly, and that makes it even more complex to me. And it really gets into it, but just gives you the action the whole time. You know, while being very intelligent. What did you think of it, Conrad? Do you remember this film?
Yes, I do. You know what? You know, it's a damn good movie when Catherine Bigelow or whoever wrote the script can take one of the most cliche tropes of anything, like, does he cut the blue wire or the red wire?
Yes.
But it's like
MacGyver.
Just that setup alone. It's pretty basic and straightforward like that. But the way, the timing, the pacing, the editing, the acting.
Yes.
And to your point.
And the way it's shot,
who knows his stuff, and come to find out, I don't want to give too much away. In fact, I don't want to give the ending away, because to me, Andrew, I mean, it depends how much you want to go there, but I got the ending because it's like the same place that drives him to do that comes from the same place where the ending is not quite what we expect him. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I'll have to revisit it. Maybe I'll feel differently. I didn't get a chance to rewatch it before this one because I'm having to brief up on my my Winona Ryder movies and my Batman movies, because the episodes that are coming this week, I think that wraps up Hurt Locker, since we're trying to kind of get through quick our top three, our third choices. So those were our top our third choices for our top three favorite war movies, guys, with Conrad and Will. So we just did our number 3. We're going to get to number 2 and number 1 here really soon. But in the meantime, I want to talk to you briefly about what's coming up this week. That's right, guys. Look at this crazy thing. Tuesday, we've got the Batman Awards with Matt Cragg. This is our first attempt at this format of a show. We're going to be giving out the awards to the different franchises who we think have the best Joker, have the best Batmobile, have the best Batman voice, have the best Robin, all stuff like that. We're talking about every single Batman movie in the mainstream, the Nolan series, Tim Burton series. It's going to be super rad, guys. I'm really excited about it. And then on Wednesday, we're talking about Legos too. On Wednesday, I'm doing Silly Horror Gems with Sherrod Patel, the horror fiend that is Sherrod, and I have decided to sit down and exchange our top 5 silly horror movies that we think are just fun and ridiculous. As you can see, we are bug-eyed about it. So I'm excited to be talking about Leprechaun. Anyway, Thursday is Movie Lawyer. That's right, we're back. Me and Matt Cragg back in the MovieBlab Court of Public Opinion, defending the one and only Winona Ryder, guys. You know what? She may have shoplifted, but she never shoplifted my heart in any performances. She never didn't shoplift my heart in any performances, excuse me. She shoplifts my heart is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, guys, if you want to call in, we've got our number right here, 908-679-9940. But first, we're going to get to a quick intern corner if you guys are down before we take the break, and then we'll get to our final 2 choices, and that'll be the show. Unless we get some calls, of course. But speaking of calls, we've got the one and only Alex Kahn calling in here Let's get him to pick up because it is time. Can you guys hear the ringing?
Yes, sir.
Good. It is time for Intern Corner. That's right, guys. This is a really fun segment we like to do
Your
called
call has
Intern
been
Corner.
forwarded to an automated
he's so
voice
annoying.
messaging system.
9-1.
1.
I'm gonna kill this guy. Here he comes, Alex Kahn, Intern Corner. That's right.
Hey, Andrew, if you kill him, make it look like a war. You know, like just like a war casualty.
Yeah, I know. I should. If he doesn't pick up, he doesn't get his corner. That's how he goes. Do 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 do. This is the second time. Okay, guys.
Voice messaging system.
Let's leave him a voicemail.
9.
What do you say?
4.
Yeah.
8.
This
0.
is where we're gonna
6,
leave the intern
1,
Alex
0,
Kahn a voicemail.
1
telling him how
is not
disappointed we are
available.
in him for not being ready for his corner.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages. Goodbye.
Clean up your mailbox, Alex. Oh my God, whatever. I hate that I have to try to call him, but that's okay. You know, part of an internship is an exchange of work and patience. That's okay, guys. Oh, there he is finally. Okay, great. Here we go. Alex Kahn, it's time for your corner.
To accept, press 1. To
He's
send a
freaking out.
voicemail, press 2.
1. All right, Alex, give us your hot take on Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you, buddy. If for those of you who were wondering, this is Intern Corner with Alex Kahn. This is where we let Alex Kahn speak his mind. We don't know what he's going to say, but we can cut him off whenever we want to. That's right, he's Alex Kahn, the intern on MovieBlab. Alex, go for it, buddy.
I got a hot take for you today.
Oh, I love a hot take. Yeah!
American Sniper is some redneck bullshit.
You don't like American Sniper.
American Sniper fucking sucks.
Okay.
Basically, it is so, like, disrespectful to actually veterans who actually do shit. And, like, basically, like, so, like, it's like, this is exactly, I think it was either Godard or Truffaut who said, like, no war movie is an anti-war movie. I don't remember. It was either Godard or Truffaut.
The problem with making an anti-war movie is not exploiting it is essentially the idea of it.
In this movie. Like, there's this, like, mustache-twirling villain who's, like putting swords, like, he's catching swords, he, like, kidnaps a little girl. And Chris Kyle is a horrible person. Like, if you read his memoir, I think he kills civilians in New Orleans, and they don't even fucking mention that. He's just a hero worship in this fucking movie. He's not a good guy. They don't cover shit. They don't cover any of the shit he does. He's like, oh, Mr. Chris Kyle, he saved everybody in Iraq. A war that we shouldn't have fucking been.
All right, guys, that was Intern Corner with Alex Kahn. Thanks, Alex, for calling in, buddy. We love you. We'll see you next time on the corner. All right, that was a fun one, guys. Really radical. He's a rebel. He's a self-admitted rebel, and we like it. War movies do at least, the very least, they create a conversation, and we just proved that. Okay, guys, if you want to call in, we're about to take a break. If you want to call in and wait on hold, you can call us at 908-679-9940, just like Alex Kahn just did for his corner. Looks like we have another call. Let's take it.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello, who is it? Johnny?
It's me.
It's
me. Hello.
Is it Johnny from Texas?
No, it's Will from Texas. I was just seeing if the number worked.
Oh my God, you are the most annoying prankster in the world. I hate you.
No, it works though. That's good. People should call in. If I can do it, you can do it.
Fuck, you got me. I was so excited. I was like, another caller. Last time we had like 4 callers though. It's a new feature, so I'm spreading the word about it.
I like it.
Hopefully Alex Kahn is posting the number in the comments. All right, guys, we're gonna be right back, and we're gonna have our second and first picks for our favorite war movies to share with you guys on this beautiful Memorial Day. We hope you're all staying home, staying safe, and staying tuned. We'll see you in just a sec. guys. If you want to support us, we'd love it. Just $1, $2, $3 a month will really help us. Watch out for the MovieBlab troll. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm calling MovieBlab. I have a comment to make. I think that Paddington Bear should be in way more episodes, if not every single one. That's all. Good night.
Oh no, it's Paddington!
Paddington!
Oh, hey Paddington! How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well because I'm feeling... I just had a delicious marmalade sandwich!
Whoa, that's great, Paddington, so you're nice and full, huh?
Oh yes. Would you like a bite?
I don't know. I don't know if I can eat in the virtual studio right now. I'm trying to do a show, man. But
yes,
I can't believe you decided to grace us with your presence. This is insane.
Wow.
I mean,
It's really an honor.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Carly.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Paddington.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
Al, it's Paddington. Yes.
Oh, have you been being kind and polite, Carly?
It's always right.
Oh, yes.
I bet you're hungry. You want some marmalade?
What'd you say, Al?
What, Al?
I bet you're hungry. Do you want some marmalade?
Oh, haven't heard that one in a while. Please, come on. That's like the first thing everyone says to me.
Paddington,
Wow. Al, come on. You're going to embarrass us.
Paddington, I've wanted to ask you this for a really long time, but is Hugh Bonneville nice in person?
Oh, yes. Oh, what a nice question. Hugh Bonneville, who of course plays my father in that movie, is very nice. He mostly keeps to himself, but he's been very nice, and I have no complaints.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's really interesting, Paddington.
Thank you, yes. Well, I must be going to leave.
Fabulous news. 500 likes.
500 likes. Wow, big deal.
500 today, 516 tomorrow. Congrats.
With 500 whole likes, no one can stop us.
500 likes. 500 likies.
No one can stop us. 500? 500. Keep it up.
MovieBlab, yo, got 500 likies, and MovieBlab will get
many likes more.
I remember when it just was like 50 fans, and we never thought it would get there, but we did know that it would get there. And now you're at 500.
So this is Johnny, and my favorite baseball movie is Major League. My favorite basketball movie is, I don't know, Hoosiers.
500! 500! 500! 500 likes! 500!
And it's only a matter of time until the whole world is talking about MovieBlab.
I believe it.
The comical show that talks 10,000 movies. It will be the stuff of legends, myths, and lore. 500!
I love talking about Nick Cage.
500!
I love talking about Jackie Chan. I love talking about Alfred Hitchcock. Playing Jeopardy with my friends.
Not one.
That's the best part.
Those likes was from me. Not one. Not on Instagram. Not on Twitter.
Is that a character from a movie? Who is that?
It's an internet meme. Troll. That's the MovieBlab troll. You can follow him on Facebook now.
Oh God, he has his own website on Facebook.
Okay, so he's original. He's yours.
Wow,
You know
big.
what I'm hearing?
All right, guys, we are back. For those of you just tuning in, this is our top 3 war movies, and it's MovieBlab. That's right, guys. We are back. MovieBlab. You got to check it out. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. We got some great shows coming up. Make sure you check out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with us every week. We've got shows, the Batman Awards coming up tomorrow, Silly Horror Gems on Wednesday, and of course, Movie Lawyer in Defense of Winona Ryder on Thursday. Excited for my guest, Matt Craig and Sheriff Patel. This week it's going to be a blast. But for now, I'm here with Conrad and Will Fordyce, and I couldn't be happier about it. It is Monday. It is a fun day because it is a happy Memorial Day. So I'm excited to be back. We're counting down our top 3 favorite war movies. Isn't that right, gents?
Yeah. Can I ask something of the internet?
Yeah, go for it.
Could we establish a poll to see if we like or hate the movie troll? Because I hate him.
I hate him too. I hate his friggin' guts, man.
I've heard some people love him though.
He's super mean.
It upsets me.
Who have you heard loves him?
There's
Evil
just rumors
people.
going around. What's that? Old people?
Evil people.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I've heard rumors that people out there are talking about movie troll and that they like him.
Will, are you suggesting that Andrew hold an official troll poll? Is that what I'm
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
perhaps
requesting.
a troll poll. I think
A
a troll
troll
poll is
poll.
in order, and I think that's a fantastic idea.
I'm just saying.
And let it be running current, real time, because this is going to tally up. You know what I mean? It's like,
This is going to tally up. We're going to tally ho, and we're going to fight that troll by expressing our views regardless of his negative energy. Right, guys?
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
We're talking
I
about
hate
the
that.
MovieBlab troll, guys. You can see him on Facebook. Please don't follow him, and make sure you dislike all his posts because he hates our show and he talks crap about all the people on it. So it's not fair. Sometimes he hacks my computer. Check out those clips on Facebook. Anyway, let's get to it. Conrad, it's time for your second choice of your top 3 favorite war movies. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get to it with a little hype. Yes.
Before I give you number 2, I got to go back to Winona.
Of
yes.
course. Our Winona Ryder episode coming up on
Right.
Thursday. Yeah.
I just want to say this. Yes, maybe she was busted for shoplifting,
Yes.
but when it comes to acting and delivering great performances that shed light on the human condition,
She's
she's
there.
got receipts.
Got receipts. She's got mad receipts.
That's all I wanted to say.
Her performance in Stranger Things was amazing.
Right. And her ability to look so momish now, you know what I mean? And that honestly, because she's a beautiful woman, but to look she can really, to me, it's a comeback. Anyway.
Someone's got a crush. Someone's got a celebrity crush.
Speaking of Nick Cage, gentlemen, who is the famous uncle of Nicolas Cage?
Ooh, Coppola.
Coppola, exactly. So Coppola directed what I feel is in probably the top 3 of all-time American war movies, Apocalypse Now, and let me tell you what.
Say it again.
Apocalypse Now.
Great. Apocalypse Now for your number 2 choice. What a great one. I mean, obviously you can't leave out Apocalypse Now. It's fucking fantastic.
Well, anyone who loves movies and appreciates the process of making movies, it took the clout. Here, by the time he started making Apocalypse Now, he had 2 Godfathers, The Conversation, so he had plenty of clout. And even then, what I would suggest is watch Apocalypse Now, and then the documentary on the making of Apocalypse Now. I believe it's called Hearts of Darkness. It's a miracle that it got even made. It took 2 years. They were shooting in the Philippines. He had to fire the original main actor. And Charlie Sheen comes on board. He has a heart attack during production. It's got the great actor. Come on, Stella. What's his name?
Marlon Brando, baby.
Thank you.
The impossible,
And,
the ever impossible Marlon Brando.
That's right, the incomparable. And I love how he contextualizes it and puts it in the novella of the Joseph Conrad story, Hearts of Darkness. So it's like Hearts of Darkness meets Vietnam, and it's powerful. And it's probably Charlie Sheen's best performance. It's got you got to find him. It's like an Easter egg. Even has like a young Lawrence Fishburne is in there.
Oh wow, there's so many. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to watch. It feels like a mini series. It's so epic, but it's an incredible sit down and watch the whole thing kind of experience.
Yeah, and it plays with different genres. You got Robert Duvall being like the cowboy, the cowboy kind of commander. But in the end, I think it's at once surreal and trippy and absurd and also realistic, and probably the greatest soundtrack in actual watching the movie time, not just part of the soundtrack album or whatever, but like, damn, I mean, it's incredible. It took like 2 years to finally get done. I think they had something like over 1 million feet of film. It took 4 editors to just kind of organize it, 2 years to chop it all together and get it into rough cuts. It's amazing. And I think it's, to be quite honest, the reason I chose this, like, anyone who wants to glamorize war or wants to be, a brave warrior or have any romantic notions, watch Apocalypse Now. And I think it does a great job of showing the true horror of war.
Couldn't agree more. Have you seen Apocalypse Now, Will?
Nope.
Well, hey, Will?
Yeah.
You need to watch Apocalypse Now. Now.
Now. It's Memorial Day,
like now.
Okay.
Celebrate Memorial Day by thinking about the horrors of war.
Y'all have a good show. I'm going to go start watching that.
No, Will, no. Will, don't leave, please. No, Will, don't walk out on the show. No one's ever done that, Will. No.
Literally now. I meant after the show.
We've upset him. No. Oh, he's back.
What?
Back. Okay, thanks.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
That's right, guys. We're counting down our top 3 war movies. It's Will Fordyce's turn for his number 3, his number 2, his number 1, his number 2 choice. Will Fordyce, what do you have for number 2? Favorite war movies to watch on Memorial Day?
This movie is not just about America stepping up. It's about the world stepping up against people that are out to destroy us, but we won't take it. It is Independence Day.
Independence Day. Wow. A classic sci-fi war movie. Love it. You're right. It doesn't all have to be true stories to be a great war movie. And remind us of war and make us think about war.
Maybe this movie could be. Can we do a Independence Day episode? And I'll bring this all up on the next episode too.
Let's find out what the crowd thinks of that. What do you guys think? Oh, they love it. They would love to do that, Will.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They would love that.
So this movie I love because it's taking the idea of everybody unifying together against a greater enemy. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of when we speak of war and things, I think it's not anything that is. It's something that's it has its connotations, but it's about unifying against something like a tyranny or unifying against an injustice and trying to overcome it. So I thought this movie was good, having the entire world come together and face a greater enemy than ourselves.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, it has probably the best speech Hold on, I have a phone call real quick. Do you mind if I take this?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey.
Hello, this is a tax collection agency. We need to speak to you immediately. This is very urgent.
Oh, this is embarrassing, Will. Holy cow.
Sir, you haven't paid your taxes in 10 years. We need to talk about this immediately.
No, I wrote everything off. All of it was written off.
I know it's Memorial Day, but I had to call you. That's how urgent this is. We know where you live.
Okay.
We know where you
want
sleep.
my social security number?
Yes, please tell us right now.
Okay, it's 697
Uh-huh.
27
Uh-huh.
1896. You should see on my record that it's Hello?
Will,
Hello?
would you mind not taking a personal call?
What?
Yeah.
During the show? It's very rude.
Wow. Well, death and taxes.
Can't hear him
children
anymore.
weapons.
Can't even hear him anymore. He's like muted. Can't hear a word
Oh,
that
okay,
he's saying.
got it.
Okay,
Sorry.
got it. It's okay. Thanks for hanging up on them. It sounds like it wasn't that important, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, it had nothing to do with tax evasion or Cayman Islands or anything like that.
Right.
Anyway, my choice in Independence Day is it goes to the next level of everybody coming together as a human race, and I hope one day that this movie will allow itself to become true, where we unify as a human race to a degree or so, maybe not to fight a common enemy, although they have released footage, official footage, that they have unidentified flying objects flying around. So this movie may one day be precognition in its efforts to unify the world. And I think this is the example we'll use. Not only that, but I feel it has one of the best speeches in movie history.
By none other than actor, what's his name?
Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman, right.
Andrew, can you pull up the speech from Bill Pullman? Why did we hear people marching in unison?
I think Andrew is lock in step with you right now as far as patriotism is going. So
okay, good.
Yeah.
Gotcha, baby.
Hey, Will. Andrew, can I just kind of
dive in about it?
To Will's point. Yeah, I think it's true that who knows? I think it is precognizant because heck, this global pandemic is already proving that we all can come together and unify. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Anyway, maybe, yeah, we'll come back to that. But you know what, Will? Honestly, I will say this.
Yeah.
Independence Day. I remember I was living in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, and I watched it first run at a packed house in this huge Mexican city of 5 million people, and I mean everybody was cheering for independence and the Fresh Prince and Jeff Goldblum. So yes, I got a taste of the universality of the power of Independence Day, right? So shout out.
Love Independence Day. Wasn't able to Google it in time, but that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. Just look up the speech by Bill Pullman, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Independence Day, great. Not Resurgence. That was horrible.
Bill Pullman, didn't he pass away? Or no, that's someone else. I don't know.
Do you mean Randy Quaid?
I don't know. Anyway, Independence Day is a great pick, even though it's not Independence Day. It is Memorial Day, so it's kind of a troll.
I think Randy Quaid's better judgment passed away, but Randy Quaid is still.
Oh, he's still with us. Good. Okay. Yeah. As long as he's in some form, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he's squatting someplace illegally again or something.
Yeah, I hope he's well. Okay, let's get to my pick. This is my number 2 pick for my top 3 war movies of all time. This is a big deal, guys. This movie really, really messed with me. It's probably, to me, one of the more extreme examples of characters in war, which makes it natural that it would be set in Vietnam, one of the craziest wars we've ever fought in. Mm-hmm. And this is a beautiful performance from of course the incredible Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken, and the movie is
Raging Bull.
No, it's The Deer Hunter, 1978, directed by, of course, Michael Cimino, who directed a lot of other cool movies.
Yeah.
But, God, I love The Deer Hunter. It's so intense, guys. There's a scene in there that's so iconic, a scene of Russian roulette. And it's one of those scenes where you're like, oh, this scene's iconic. Like, okay, well, and you watch the movie and you're like, well, and then you get to that scene, you're like, whoa, this is one of the craziest scenes of cinema that I've ever seen. And that's how I feel about Deer Hunter. It's got a lot, it really shows the mental effects of war. And the performances by Christopher Walken and Robert De Niro as these friends from a working class Pennsylvania town is like really, the two of them on screen together is absolute gold and magic, and they sell. Again, performances are huge. I don't know if anyone agrees with me. I didn't think the performances in 1907 were very good. Did you see 1907? The most recent war movie to come out of note. I think performances are crucial for these movies because you have to be in it with them. It's an action movie where performances actually matter.
Right.
More than just more than others. So,
right.
That is my pick, The Deer Hunter. Have you guys seen it, Conrad? You've seen The Deer Hunter, I'm assuming, or no?
No, Andrew.
Wow.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it deal more with the post-traumatic issues of war? Correct or no?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It deals with the traumatic effects of it, like right there. Yeah, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's it's hard to want to sit down and watch a war movie. Sometimes, like it seems like a hard one to want to sit down and watch because sometimes it can be a little heavy. But The Deer Hunter is worth it. It is a ride. Yeah. It is a ride of the highest order.
And to your point, Andrew, acting, I believe. My personal thing is it's even more important in war movies because you have to show not just the bomb blasts, but the internal bombs going on, right? The torment. Wow. And Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken, one thing I think they have in common is they tend to go low. They're kind of understated. They don't really go maudlin that much. You know what I mean? They're kind of, and that way they're it's like they simmer. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on beneath the surface in their portrayals, even like to Will's point, Raging Bull or whatever, or anything. If you think about it, they're not known for going over the top. They're not Nick Cagey in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
They're very muted. And I think that's closer to the American soldiers' experience, how they go in, how they suppress their feelings, how they hold everything down, how they bury it until it just kind of snaps, And so, you know what? There's my
you should catch that one
now.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That is my Apocalypse Now. So that is my number 2 pick. I think we just made it through, and now it's time for number 1, guys. How are you feeling? I'm feeling ready. I don't know about you. Woohoo, right? Woohoo!
Let's do it.
Here we go. That's right, guys. We're counting down from Memorial Day, our top 3 favorite war movies, and we have finally arrived at our number 1 picks. We're really excited to reveal what, in our opinion, is the best war movie to watch on Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day if you're tuning in. Thanks for being out there. We're still accepting calls. If you want to call 908-679-9940 and tell us about your thoughts on Memorial Day, on war movies. You can tell us what you ate for breakfast, whatever you're feeling. So that's about it. Let's get to number 1, guys. It looks like you don't. Will.
Good
Good one though. That would have been good. If you want to, you could probably convince me one day that it's someone else while you're still on the show. I'm just not there mentally right now. I'm a little too acute. Okay. Here we go, guys. Conrad Gonzales. This is a big one. I'm really interested to find out your number one pick for your favorite war movies to watch on Memorial Day.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe let's just say maybe I'm going to employ a little guerrilla warfare. It's a slight cheat in this way, but here we go.
Oh, great. Your top choice is a cheat. Okay, well, that's fine.
I don't think it's a cheat. It may be considered guerrilla warfare, but here we go. Frank, it all starts with an Italian, a little boy born in Sicily by the name of Frank Capra. Okay, then he comes to the U.S. and he becomes a rags to riches filmmaker, right? And
the name of the movie
it really is 7 informational films that he made on behalf of the U.S. Army and the military, and it's called Why We Fight. But hold on. Then a documentary with the same title would come out in 2006, and the name of that documentary is, of course, Why We Fight, and it's borrowing the title of these informational films. Some call them propaganda. What happened was, right after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, Frank Capra, right? It's a Wonderful Life. All that guy, he joins the Army at age 44. And then they commission him to make 7 informational films and sort of pep rally films to explain to America and the world. Hollywood would show this in movie houses, and it was sort of like a government films going, this is why we fight. And it goes from there. But this documentary explores how we went from a military that stayed true to the preamble of the Constitution of provide for the common defense into a permanent for-profit arms industry that would culminate with President Eisenhower warning, and he coined this phrase, the military-industrial complex, and how we had to be very careful. And some would argue, a lot argue, that his words were truly precognizant or prophetic. And so this is what, to me, this documentary shows how, and Frank Capra's films show how we went from, like, what is war? What do we fight for? What does it all mean?
Yeah.
Balancing that out with what appears to be conflicts of interest when you have an arms industry. And lots of movies have tried to cover this, like Wag the Dog and War Incorporated and all that. Mm-hmm. But I think it behooves people to really at least give this documentary a look-see, because so much of our income, national income, our tax money goes to the arms industry. No one produces missiles and phalluses that explode on the scale that we do.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean, like our military budget is more than the next 10 countries' budgets combined. I mean, just to get,
true.
In other words,
it's very true.
Yeah. So it behooves, and here's my point, and not to get too meta, but one of the reasons that we even have so much grist for the mill for this episode is because we have such a huge military, because we've been in armed conflict like since World War II. There has never been a day where the U.S. has not had some military event going on. Think about that, since World War II. So really, it's our military industrial complex. It's our role in the world, right, as the ongoing empire that gives fodder for all these Hollywood movies about the wars we've been in. You see? So it's sort of like it's all circling back. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Why do we fight? What is war all about?
I gotta see it. I want to see both movies that you're talking about. The early Frank Capra one and then the documentary.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a great pick. Congratulations. You have completed your top 3 list, Conrad. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I feel validated.
Oh, good.
An
I'm
internet
glad.
talker.
Yes. Ooh, we talking on the net. That's right, guys. It's time for Will Fordyce's pick for his number one fave war movie to watch on Memorial Day. Will Fordyce, can't wait to hear what you're going to pick. I'm going to guess it's going to be another classic. Another American classic.
Yeah, it is.
Why
It's
don't you give us a little
controversial.
hype? Why don't you give us a little hype and we'll get right to it.
This movie has been in the lexicon of everybody's for a while, and the time frame that it has been with everybody has added some inspiration. It has added some lightheartedness. It has added some serious elements to consider. My big top pick movie. Do we have a drum roll? Pee-wee's Big Adventure. No, that's it's not. That's not my the movie that features an element of war is Tropic Thunder.
Ah, yes, a war movie. As many are controversial, this one is fantastic, though. It's really fun.
Well, it has some controversial.
It does have some controversial things that I don't know how I feel about, but it is a great comedy.
Right.
And
as far as and I'm coming from the fact that like I enjoy comedies to make me laugh, to kind of get away from
yes, of course,
kind of the seriousness of life. But this one, I guess, boils down to like a team that is conflicting within itself and has to learn to work together to complete an objective or complete an ultimate goal of something kind of serious and getting out of a war-like area. I know it has its elements of comedy, but it does have its elements of action.
Satire too, and action, yeah.
So I do appreciate that movie, that I sit back and watch, Tropic Thunder from time to time to not only kind of like make me laugh, but get some good action energy as well.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Tropic Thunder. I think Jack Black's performance is awesome in it. Tom Cruise kind of has a mind-blowing cameo in it that I think is solid and fantastic.
That's his best performance in mine.
I wish he did a whole movie like that.
I would also say like one of Ben Stiller's top productions out of everything he's done. Like he's done a lot to kind of spread either joy or kind of contemplative movies throughout. But this one really, out of the Ben Stiller flicks, this one's probably my top pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what my pick is.
From Ben Stiller? Or
Ben Stiller movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones. I love his performance in Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh yeah.
He's in a different kind of war in that one.
With the red tracksuits.
Yes. Okay, that's a great pick. I think there's a lot to, even though it's not the most war-intensive movie, it does also make a lot of fun of Hollywood and talking about looking at how people exploit war in a movie. Mm-hmm. Right, that's how the whole premise of Tropic Thunder is they're exploiting these people to make a movie to exploit war, and
it kind of has those callbacks to a lot of the war movies like Rambo and Platoon, mm-hmm. and it makes a lot of reference to those, and not pays homage or parodies or satires them. So it has some good elements to it for sure.
Right.
Yeah. I want to revisit that one. In a war movie binge. I've watched it kind of recently, and it definitely holds up for me. So, great recommendation, Will. I guess it's time to get to my pick, unless anyone else has anything to say about Tropic Thunder. All right, here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. Did you? I just want to say a couple things. No, one thing actually. It's like a nesting doll because it's they're making a war movie, but then they find themselves in an actual skirmish, in an actual war zone. Yep. And to me, it's just one big metaphor for like what is real, what is staged, what is propaganda, what is over-glorification, what is the reality. And it does that by maintaining an interesting balance of gravity and levity and just enough humor. I mean, we could spend a whole night just talking about the choice that Robert Downey Jr. makes and that movie makes, as far as him being that method actor and everything that he does. And it's like, holy cow, that's a whole other ball of or can of worms right there.
Yeah.
So
do we want to? No. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I'm not, but because I know we got to move on. But yeah, no. You know what? At first, Will, when I saw it, I was like, Tropic Thunder was like, no. It there's layers to it. There's layers to it, definitely. Yeah. So good choice, man.
Yeah, great choice. Fantastic choice. And congrats to you on Will Fordyce on completing your top list of your favorite action movies. Just kidding, war movies. Action music. All right, it's time for my pick, guys. This is for my number one favorite movie about war of all time, and I'm going to stand by this one. This movie is razor sharp in terms of its wit, its satire. This film picks apart the very ideas of war in its every line and in every moment. It never stops commenting on war, and what it has to say is brilliant, in my opinion. I think a lot of people haven't seen this movie, sadly, and should, even though they say they're, people have a base knowledge of this filmmaker, but I don't think that they necessarily have dived into this one. I love this movie so much. It is obviously very acclaimed and loved. It is Doctor Strangelove.
Yes.
And how I learned to love the bomb, to stop worrying and love the bomb. You gotta love that bomb. Peter Sellers times Peter Sellers star in this movie, and they're fantastic. It's Kubrick's comedy masterpiece. It proves. I wish he had made more comedies. I really do. This is so satirical and so funny. It is. The War Room is, of course, an iconic location and a famous scene, just because the amount how it captures all of these kooky characters all at once. It juggles everyone's a clown in this, but it works. Every single person is wacky and insane, and it's pretty. What it has to say about bombings, what it has to say about that level of war power, and in protest of what was going on at that time. You can still feel that now because nothing's really changed. So, war rooms are still going on. I imagine one all the time with a big idiot named Trump. I imagine him in that war room. And so you can't help but think about the buffoon we have for a president when you watch this movie, and think about the kinds of people he's hired to have on his cabinet and in leading our government. And that's the kind of shit that Kubrick would probably say right now. If you've seen Dr. Strangelove, you know what I'm talking about. What do you think?
Right.
Conrad?
Yeah, Andrew, no, and also it just goes to show how like one error or one little cuckoo can mess up the whole chain of command, right? I mean, that's part, like if you look at the plot, that's really what it is. You have like a rogue military guy, and it just upsets and disrupts the whole chain of command. And I don't want to give too much away, but that classic scene, with Peter Sellers wearing the glove, the story is it belonged to some lighting guy, back when lights were super hot, and he just like totally just grabbed the guy's glove. Remember the glove scene? And and then I don't want to give too much away either, but the incomparable, we miss him, man, Slim Pickens. I think he was a Texan. What
in this?
What he ends up doing, right? Oh my, that's so freaking iconic.
Oh, and the last
and
shot,
the idea,
the
whole idea
riding
of
that
like,
bomb all the way home.
Well, yeah, and almost like a cowboy on a bull. You know what I mean? It just
I actually heard that. I was listening to a podcast where that was based on some events that happened, a Broken Arrow event in reality, where they were trying to do something and somebody accidentally hit the wrong button, and something, the bomb got loose and did what it did. Yeah.
Yikes, guys. War. Wow, what a difficult topic. Anything else? Have you seen it, Dr. Strangelove? Will?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes.
Isn't it one of the? No. I saw it. I own it somewhere.
Great.
Like in a physical copy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
But isn't it one of those movies that was one of the early adopters of not having a hard script, and they kind of ad-libbed a lot of the scenes? Isn't it known for that?
I think so. I think it was. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I do think. I mean, there's Peter Sellers is definitely improvising in that. But the dialogue is very stylized and quick, so I'm not sure. I'd be interested in seeing. And looking into that and finding out.
Right, the making of, yeah.
Yeah. Such a great movie. I can't even, I would love to peel back some of its magic and find out the process behind that. Kubrick has always interested me as a filmmaker, and his technique and his whole process is so unique and interesting. If you look into his life, which we should do at some point on the Blab.
Right. Deep dive.
But it's been a lot of fun, right? I mean, that was mine. I think we're done with this list. We did our top 3 war movies, guys. Let's recap our lists. Conrad, what were your top 3?
Top 3. Wind Talkers. Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
And Why We Fight.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Great list, and I'm excited to check all of those out because I don't think I've seen them. I've seen Apocalypse Now, of course. I'm going to check those other 2 out, especially your number 1 pick. Will.
All right, my movies that feature war in them, Forrest Gump, Independence Day, and Tropic Thunder.
Great choices. Mine were, of course, in no particular order, The Hurt Locker, Dr. Strangelove, and Deer Hunter. The Deer Hunter. All intense movies. We've talked a little bit about how complex war is as an issue, and it's probably a good thing to reflect on during this invisible war, okay? It's an invisible enemy. It is, though. That's the only thing he's ever said I agreed with. Anyway, you can't talk about America without getting upset these days, right? I don't know. I love America, though. I'm so glad to be from here, and I'm so happy that we have troops defending us and looking out for us every day in whatever amount should actually be necessary. And we hope that you guys are able to find a way to love America today and to support your troops and reach out to those you know who are in the service to our country. And we've also got some new sort of soldiers out there, and they're called essential workers, guys. So make sure you're wearing a mask. Make sure you're staying home as much as you can. I know it's tempting to go out there, but if you live in any of these hot spots, like I do here in Brooklyn, New York, please stay home and be safe, and find a new way to celebrate America without the giant barbecues, right, guys?
That's right.
Woo-hoo! All right,
Barbecue
my guests were, of course, Conrad Gonzales. Conrad, anything you want to plug?
Again, right now, I just want to say stay safe and be a patriot, and think of others and think of our social contract that we're in this together. That's all I want to plug. Safety.
That's right.
Safety first.
Oh, beautiful. And then, of course, Mr. Will Fordyce. Anything you want to plug, bud? Your email?
You can always email me at www.will.com@gmail.com. So yeah.
Anything else?
Well, just thank you for everybody in the social network of society and stuff. If you're staying home, thank you. And if you're going out there and being an essential worker, thank you to all of those people, too, that keep things running.
That's right.
Absolutely. Stay home, save lives. It's right over there, guys, on the screen. What's also on top of that is MovieBlab, of course, and that will be my plug. Facebook.com/MovieBlab, Twitter.com/movie_blab, Instagram @MovieBlab. We are also on Twitch.tv/MovieBlab. So please like and subscribe across channels. It would help us so much as we are building this following. Looks like I got a call, but sorry, the lines are closed. Again, I want to thank my guests, and I want to thank America, and I want to thank the armed forces that protect us, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy Memorial Day. We will be back tomorrow with an awesome show. It's the Batman Awards, guys. Me and Matt Crack are going to be giving awards to the best Batman movies in various categories, such as the best Joker, the best Batmobile, the best Batman, and many, many others. So you should check that out. Of course, Wednesday we've got Silly Horror Gems with Sheriff Patel, our top 5. And then, of course, we've got Movie Lawyer in defense of Winona Ryder. That's how we're going to close out the week, guys. So I'm looking forward to these shows. I hope you are too. As we said, stay home, stay safe, and we will see you guys next time on MovieBlab. Tune in tomorrow, y'all.
Hey, everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to MovieBlab.
The clock has started. The clock has started.
Thanks for watching, guys. It means so much. Aw, y'all are the best. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. It's going to be super fun. The Batman Awards. Who's going to win? Who's going to get snubbed? Find out tomorrow. We love you guys. Be safe.